What's up, Mr. Ken?
And you ain't talking to me now. Now you can't.
No, I'm telling you that basically I gave Mr. Ken my documents here.
Right.
He never gave them back to me. He
He gave you
unstapled.
an index number?
He gave me an index number. He unstapled.
Serve that.
No,
Bring it
what I'm
back
saying
to
is
us.
he gave me this. I gave him, I had made 5 copies of the same document yesterday. 5 pages I gave him. What he gives me back. He gives me back a copy.
So then add those 5 pages.
No. What I'm trying to say is that they're notarized. He took the notarized part.
Well, I'm going to tell you now,
Yeah.
all the papers he showed me, there was only one document notarized. Because I saw it myself.
No.
One
You
document.
can't see that yourself because you wasn't there when
I
he
was
went
in the
back.
office.
No, when he went to copy it, you left. That's what I'm trying to say.
You only had one document. When he showed it to me, there was only one document
Yeah,
notarized.
that's what he showed you. But what I'm saying is when he left, when you left before he took my documents back there. That's
You don't
what
have
I'm
any notarized copies of it?
I have the notarized copy. I said I made 5 copies of them.
I
But
had the notarized copies.
what I'm trying to say is he's stealing my papers and he's concealing it. He gave me back.
They ain't nothing to conceal for. What is he going to conceal?
Mr. Dan, listen, hear me out. Listen to what I'm saying. I gave him my writ of mandamus. Okay, I gave him the copy of my civil court person's relief. What he did was he took them. He went to the back. He said, I asked him repeatedly to make me a copy of the notice of motion page, right?
And Mr. Kelly,
And what he do? What he do is, I gave him this, and look what he gave me back. Hold on, let me show you what I gave him. See the 5 copies? See the copies that's left? I got 4 copies left, right? So I give him this. This contains how many copies? It's all the same document. Pages 4 and 5 are missing. This is what he gives me back. 3 pages. Top one is a duplicate, right? This is just pages 2 and 3. It's what I get back. And I get a duplicate. What he does, he covers up the timestamp and copies it. You see what I'm saying? And then he puts an index number on it. And then
Where do you cover up the timestamp?
I don't know, before he put on the copy.
How can you cover up the timestamp? Look where the timestamp is at.
It's ways to do it.
No.
You can
Look where the timestamp is.
Take another sheet of paper.
Listen, as is right now.
Small it is.
Give us the paperwork. We'll take a look at it. We'll go from there.
See what I'm saying?
Add the other papers.
Yeah.
I'm letting you know what you could do.
Yeah.
You have 2 options.
Hold on. Wait.
You could do
Hold
this.
on. Let's not ignore the fact that I just told you.
No. I'm giving you an option.
Yeah, Listen to
Listen to
Hear
me.
me out.
I'll let you talk. I'll let you talk.
Bro, I'm showing you copies that I made yesterday. And I didn't get them back. That's what I'm saying. That's larceny. That's petty larceny.
Then you accuse him of that, and you.
It's not about accusing. Listen, it's
what
about.
I'm telling you is this.
He still has my documents.
I'm gonna give you an option.
My notarized documents.
Add those documents and file them. Serve them and file them, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah. So hold on. So you're just gonna take my documents, conceal them, and then tell me what to do after that?
Then don't do it.
So hold on. I'm showing you the proof that this man just took my documents. He just told. It's not hearsay.
Yes, it is.
I got it recorded, man. So I have the. I just talking to the bailiff. I was just talking to the bailiff, right? Just talking to the bailiff, and he just admitted to copying it. Before talking to the bailiff, I spoke to Mr. Cam, and what he do? He tells me he didn't copy. He tells me he didn't unstaple it. Okay, this is what he tells me.
No, wait.
You understand? That's what you said.
Can I say something?
Yeah, go ahead.
Please.
Go ahead, lie again.
You
I want to hear
told
it.
me to make a copy of the top page of the notice of motion page for you, right?
Is that what I just not said?
Yeah. So
Let
I'm
him finish.
So I
Okay.
made a copy.
Yeah.
All I took was just that page.
Okay, now, yeah, but you took just the page from me? That's all I gave you now?
Yes.
Oh, really? Did you not tell me before I spoke to the
gave-
bailiff that
I
you
gave-
gave me back what
listen
you
to me,
gave, what I
Mr.
gave
Keller,
you?
Mr. Keller.
Is that
I gave-
not what you just said to the
I gave you
to me
I
before the
gave you the
bailiff?
documents.
Sir, I gave you the written mandamus. I gave you this document, okay, to file.
Now let me ask you a
You
question.
told me you have to review it,
What do you think I'm gonna
and
do
I
with
spoke
it?
with you
What
prior
is
to
it-
that, and
what-
I asked you to copy
What is it that
the
I'm going to do with
document.
your affidavit?
I asked you to copy the notice of motion.
I did.
Yeah, that's the only. But I gave you all 5 pages. This is evidence that I gave you all 5 pages, and you can see it's unstapled. I didn't have anything unstapled here. I came here with it all stapled. Okay. All right, Mr. Ken. All right. Yeah, definitely I'm not going to leave. I'm definitely filing a report. Corruption at the Appellate Division. This is why I made an extra copy for the Court of Appeals, because as you can see, this is the reason why it's needed that you guys step in order to appellate court division to comply with the law. Now they closed the door fully so that the police couldn't come and get in and get access to question and investigate them for stealing my paperwork, even though I had the evidence here. Like I said, he unstaples the document. As you can see, the staples are missing. He copies this document. As you can see, the timestamp is on it. And as you can see, I only get back pages 2 and 3 of the document and a copy. I get a copy back, right, of the same page. These 2 pages right here are the same page. What he does, you see this caption? It's the same caption, showing you that he at some point removed the timestamp. Mr. Dan is denying that he removed the timestamp just now, as you can see. And I only get back 3 pages. Okay, that initially I didn't give him, just 3. He unstaples it, he makes the copy. He admits to making the copy after, but before he denies making the copy and unstapling it. And Mr. Dan refuses as the chief clerk, I mean not the clerk, the senior clerk, to discipline Mr. Cam, just the same way he refused to discipline the other clerks that I had to write up and ended up having to sue the court for. Okay, so this is how they discriminate and obstructing justice. As you can see here, all the other copies that I bring that are stapled, and I made them all at once, copies all at once. Why would I unstaple it and give it to him? Okay, he's claiming that that's what I gave him. I gave him the notice of motion only, and that's not true. Each copy that I got has pages 4 and 5. I gave him the stapled copies, notarized. As you can see, the notary on the back. See the next document, page 5, 4, notary. Okay, 3. All right, 2, 1. Takes away pages 4 and 5. This is what he gives me back. 1, 2, and 3. Now, why would I have 2 stamped on top? That don't even make sense because none of the other ones have 2 stamped on top. Oh, it does have 2 stamped on top. My bad. So hold on. This one has 2 stamped on top. Okay, here we go. All right, so I'm wrong as far as that go because 1 here is stamped, 2 here is stamped. But the point is that I only got back 1, 2, 3 pages, and I had a total of 5. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 pages. I never got them back. All right, so underneath all of this paperwork over here would be the additional and the top page to my writ mandamus. Right, so see he writes in for the writ of mandamus here. He writes in, hold on, the pages are flying, so I gotta make sure they're secure. All right, so I turned it over. As you can see here, the writ that I gave him with the, see he writes the case number in there, all right? Just like he wrote the case number in, because he wrote the case number in after he took the staple copy and the writ here. See? He writes the index number in both the slots for the index, right? So he takes it and he gives it back to me. He rejects the document, tells me I have to refile it. Okay, I have to refile the notice of motion, but he brings me back only 3 pages. And then he comes outside and claims that he only took this document, all right? He only took the notice of motion, which is wrong. As you can see here, he took more than just 1 document. He took both, and he told me that he was going to actually give me the index number and he was going to make a copy for me because I asked for a copy. He's claiming that he only took it and made a copy, and he only took this one document, which is not true. And as you can see, proof is that the index number is what he had wrote in when he took it back, and that was the purpose of him taking it back, is to give me the index number. All right, me having to ask him for a copy is extra. They bring the supervisor, bailiff outside to assist them and not make an arrest. As you can see, they're all working together to participate in the interest of concealing my documents and stealing them. And Mr. Dan had done so on my previous writ that I had filed with the same court. Okay, so this is not the first time, and it's just happened that I happened to catch it this time because, and I said, let me check my document because I know what happened before. All right, with my writ of prohibition. So this is the corruption that I'm experiencing. They're trying to protect Mr. Ross, Neil Ross, from being sued, and not just sued with my writ of mandamus, to have him removed from the bench. Okay, and they're trying to maintain the interest. The bailiff that was I was talking to in the first video, he is directly from my case, and he's familiar with the lawyer and the corruption and that the lawyer has engaged in. A lot of my encounters and interactions with the judges, Mr. Burke and Mrs. Beeben, and Mr. Ross as well. So what the problem is that Mrs. Beeben issued an order that is unconstitutional, and it doesn't support, and it violates my First Amendment right to speech. It's a gag order, and I wrote my writ because in the case, Mr. Neil Ross gets up on the stand, denies my motion for recusal and disqualification after showing his personal interest, and is a party to an action. And I filed the written motion prior to coming into the courtroom, and it's not being addressed. He's ignoring my filings, just like Mrs. Beeben did before she removed herself, and just like Mr. Burke did before I filed my writ of prohibition. Okay, and now as I'm trying to file this document, the clerks of the state appellate division is obstructing justice and stealing my documents and concealing them. So it violates the criminal penal law to steal. It's a violation of petty larceny, and it's also obstruction of justice. It's perverting the due course of justice for me, as I'm trying to, and then they're telling me to go, instead of giving me the documents back, he's telling me just copy them when it costs money to copy, and I don't have the money to copy because I'm a poor person. So what he does, he imposes costs or excessive fines, you know, when he does that. So this is my thing and my complaint, that these people must be fired, dealt with, and this is the corruption that I'm experiencing in my case, and it's causing hindrances, you know, and they're intentionally doing this. It's not the first time. It happened with my writ of prohibition. Mr. Dan is the one who concealed my documents. So me making a complaint to a person who has already done so and he responds that way is no surprise. This is why I need the higher courts to step in, or the FBI to step in and arrest these people for obstructing justice.